Supermini 2, 13 to 16. Loaded and ready to drop. Dirty 100 points on the table.
So there you have it, the big dogs of Supermini 2 here. Race at number 29. Last of our riders making their way through that 20 miles of bad road. Going to check things out, and this is an important one. Every sight lap obviously important, Kevin, but after a certain track maintenance done, even if you had a moto this morning, you want to see where they worked on. What did they do? Did they tilled it? Did they water that? Definitely a lot to take in one lap, and it may sound like a sight lap, but it's pretty high-paced as well.
Yeah, and that's a lot to look at, not only on the heels of a maintenance. You got to look for any kind of little slick spots, wet spots, where they tilled, where they did not till. And as we were talking with Brock Glover, you know, the grip of those tires is where we're moving all of this dirt. They call them a scoop tire. It is the MX-14, but it is scooping that dirt all over the course, and the sections that the track crew blade down so perfectly at the end of the day chew up so quickly as the sand sections are whooped out and beat up. And when we say maintenance, you may think that you're going out to a perfect track. It's a good track, but they do not take away the bumps. It is still rough, and that's what you want on a national caliber race like this, where we're watching the best of the best in what can potentially be, in some years, is the best moto. To wrap it up on Supermini 2, it is always an exciting battle, and these bikes are ripping out there. We were talking about power to weight ratio and why this class is so exciting and so much fun to ride. I remember it vividly all the way back in my day, which was many, many moons ago. Supermini 2 is a fun race to watch. It is a fun race to ride.
No doubt about it. Looks like just about all of our riders back behind the gate, getting locked and loaded into their positions. They've been doing the starting gate stomp for the last couple of minutes, getting that thing dialed in absolutely perfect. And want to give a shout out. We did have an update. We just noticed it here. They've made the post on social media, but we've got that Oakley Fast Lap Award throughout the week. We thought it was Ryder Malinowski, but it sounds like Jet Kellogg actually snatched it away this morning by a couple of tenths, of 151.527, the fastest lap of the week so far. Don't forget Oakley, as always, stepping up and giving that Oakley Fast Lap Award. We'll see whether or not that gets taken down at any point throughout the rest of the week. But these riders right here, I'm sure plenty of them ranked in that Dirty 100 app. You can download, scan that QR code on your screen. But Cash Anderson, Moto Hara, if your name is Moto, you've got to be fast. I just feel like that's in the rules. So be on the lookout for the number 15, Camden Scogden out there as well. Brecken Moss, Lucas Wood, Tucker Donato. So several names we're familiar with here, and then several that I'm not as familiar with, just like we talked about. A big opportunity to jump up and make a statement here in Moto number 1 of Supermini 2, 13 to 16. Here we go, card sideways, and we're racing. Not quite the jump the 50 was hoping for, got shuffled back. It's an orange fender leading them around. Who's going to grab the whole shot? Jackson Vick, a name we definitely are familiar with on the number 70 KTM.
There we go, but it looks like the number 12 is going to go around the outside, yes.
Gavin Giolmi making a quick move here.
As they head down the long short chute, they are still handlebar to handlebar.
Vic snatches it back, actually pinches him off, headed right into the inside before the 10 Commandments. The number 70 back out front. Giolmi in the number 2 spot. And then is that the 38?
Easton Graves, 31.
31.
Graves coming up into the mix as well. Great start for him. Third credited off the whole shot. But I know he wants to take that lead real quick here.
Graves putting on quite the performance yesterday and looking to continue that momentum here today, as the rest of the field starts to shuffle their way through. Jackson Vick, Easton Graves, Elliott Bowser, David Giolmi, Cash Anderson, your top 5. Mateus Thompson, Ryder Lane, Grayson Dempsey, Samuel Huck, and Brecken Moss, your top 10.
Yellow flags flying here back in Storyland. One rider, missed the number.
Didn't quite see who that was.
Tell you, it was not. It was not the 31 of Easton Graves, as he is in the lead, makes the pass back in Storyland. Now Jackson Vick trying to grab a hold to the 31 and hang on. Whoa, almost outside the rut there was the 31. Kept her on 2 wheels and hammered down.
What a save there from the 31 of Graves, as it's Graves and Vick getting ready to buzz by us here in the tower. The 35 ride of Elliott Bowser trying to get up in that mix as well. And they better do it quick. We know these riders are capable of breaking away, especially when they're pushing each other here at the front. Vick going to go way wide here through the Thor Sand sweeper. Back to that far inside in the Bermuda Triangle. Still seems like that's kind of the preferred line. Saw some passes happening even in our Pro Sport Moto right there. 25 trying to take the wide line. Still doing a lot of searching here on lap number 1 as well, as we see a front end do some dancing there. Definitely a little slick in some spots, turning that water down.
Keep an eye on Maddox Timmerman out there. Big time guy can run up front anytime. Braden Krieglow, Dempsey, Blaylock, all the heavy hitters out there. There's Reed Cohn looking good. A couple of guys that didn't get the start that they needed out there. We're going to check in. There's Moto Harris down there, Camden's, Scoggin, as well as Lucas Wood. Some of the notables didn't get the jump they needed, but we're going to watch as they progress through. But you guys got a line lock on that. Easton Graves, 31 ride out front.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, this kid is so fun to watch. The confidence is there as well. And, man, he's putting on a clinic right now. Through the 10 Commandments they go as we're watching the backside of the top 10 continuing to try to funnel into position. They've been pretty much 2 or 3 wide the whole way around this track. Everybody's still trying to settle down as the 23 of Brecken Moss tries to get around Mateus Thompson just outside the top 5 there. Meanwhile, the 29 trying to make some passes happen as well. That's Brayton Craiglow now jumping up inside the top 10. Look at how deep that inside rut has gotten right there. You can see those machines dropping down into it.
We just mentioned that. There's going to be a maintenance, and you may think it's smooth, but no, that rut is still swallowing up these Supermini 2 riders way back in storyline. As we look in the back of the shot there, flag's still flying, so that is a tricky section on the heels of a maintenance.
That is important how that sight lap is, especially after maintenance. Some lines are going to be good. Some lines are going to be the same that they've been this morning at 8 a.m. So you got to pay attention when you go out there for that sight lap for sure.
Yeah, people hear maintenance and they think it's a full fresh face of makeup. No, we're just doing a little touch-up, man. A little eyeliner and we're good to go. So got the good spots worked up. Plenty of personality still on the track and personality on the track as well. Look at this 3 wide buzzing by us here in the tower. The boys are going for it here in Supermini.
They're trying to establish their position out there. Graves seems to be the hot shoe out there. He's running a 1:57, a couple of seconds faster than the rest of the crew. But hey, nobody's safe and nobody's out right now. Kevin.
Yeah, Jackson Vick looks like he was trying his best to hang on to Easton Graves. That may have just potentially been a bad lap for Vick, but if he is going to stay on the heels of Easton Graves, he's going to have to drop the hammer a little bit as Easton Graves, looking out the tower here, seems to be inching out. Credited with 2.6 seconds on the lead, and we'll see if Vick can answer here as they go into complete their 3rd lap. They're just going through segment now, 1 now of their 2nd lap, so we'll see how it shakes up. But Vick needs to drop the hammer.
Taking a look now, seeing the Blue Crew rider of Tace Morgan back there just now working inside the top 20. So he's got his work cut out for him on the number 89 ride. Another name we were looking for big things for out of this year. So Tace going to have to do a little damage control here in Moto number 1.
Here they come. Watch Reed Cohn, Ryder Lane, Massinio, Jackson Bailey now. Those riders 15th, 13th, 14th out there trying to get some position out there. They got to get a stranglehold on these top 10 or they're going to slowly inch away.
No doubt about it. Just like you said, Wes, the front of the field trying to check out. Meanwhile, the rest of the top 10 in an absolute melee here, going for it. Just when you pick a position up, then you lose a spot. A lot of these riders probably don't even know what position they're truly in. They're just too many things going on at one time.
Well, I talked to Phil Nicoletti a couple weeks ago on the phone, and he said these first 3 laps, you have to be ready to just do whatever it takes, even if it's just shutting your eyes and doing whatever.
Turn the brain off.
Turn that brain off and just get in there.
You might see God, but, you know.
Hey, sometimes you might have to take the wheel, too. I'm sure he's grabbed it a few times from Phil Nicoletti.
There you go. Let it go and see what happens as the number 12 putting some pressure on here. Giomi trying to work back inside the top 10. Timmerman, though, making some moves as now he's getting into the equation, trying to chase down Cash Anderson.
Cash Anderson writing a check. His body can cash right now, running in the top 4. The number 11 ride looking good out there.
Easton Graves, a 158.04 on that last lap, a 157.9, his fastest so far, and the fastest on the track at the moment is, whoa, hang on to it now. Going past the billboards. Looks like that was the number 11 of Cash Anderson. Hanging on to it.
That was a good save. Bike got away from him a little bit. Probably hit a little bit of a slick spot or something as now he tries to rebound as he lost the position just a couple of turns ago with a small mistake. Back in the battle.
Yeah, it looks like Timmerman did get that pass on him. Wild and woolly. You got to be able to hang on that thing.
Timmerman climbing forward now as he clears Anderson. Through the 10 Commandments they go.
And you better look out. Cash Anderson, you got Moss, Giammi, Thompson, and Krieglow on your heels.
Love to see the line selections that we've got here.
Zach, you were talking about Easton Graves in his lap time just a second ago. 57.9 as fast as 58.0 his second lap. So he's answering it with, like, when you have a best lap and then you answer it up with just not even a full tenth. Well, yeah, 1/10 back. Super impressive for Easton Graves. Seems like he's in his comfort zone as he is comfortably in the lead right now.
Was that Timmerman that just tipped over? I think it was. So Maddox Timmerman with a small bobble there, going to fall back. Anderson going to get back around him as timing and scoring updates.
No, but it's Moss also off the track. Breck, look at him slide back now.
Moss is dropping now to the backside of the top 10.
You look out the window. He is pushing his bike out of Storyland. Terrible break here.
Yeah, it looked like
Moss
coming out of Storyland. It looked like that that double, triple some of the guys used to hit back in the day. He is got ejected, but he's back on the seat. He's going to get it refired up, but it looks like he's a little bit shaken on that one.
Yeah, there's two down right now. One remounting his bike, but if you look in the infield right now,
he's
pushing his bike off.
Not good.
Oh, another rider down.
The 56 again. That is Timmerman. Having more problems now, this time in the Thor Sand Sweeper. Meanwhile, the 25, in the 11 going to work. Anderson and Thompson putting up a fight. Craig Lowe now getting in the mix. And how about it? Tace Morgan's now worked his way to right at the backside of the top 10 up into the number 12 spot.
Tace Morgan now looking good out there. Maybe he's getting his direction. Maybe he's letting things settle in. Maybe he didn't get the start he wanted. But, hey, I look for him to get in that top 10 in just a few more laps.
No doubt about it. Graves, Vick, Boucher, Anderson, and Thompson, your top 5 the last time through the stripe, as Easton Graves making a statement here in these Super Mini classes in 2026. We talked about it yesterday, an impressive performance and a dominant performance. One of those ones where the rest of the field probably going back, watching off Flow Racing, trying to figure out what it was he had figured out. Meanwhile, look at this. Little slick after the commandments, slideways headed into that rut, but he keeps it on 2 wheels and the throttle wide open. As was that the 37 of Hawk making a good run around the outside as well. Meanwhile, back to the front, and it is Easton Graves, a 159.4. How about it, though, Jackson Vick, a 158.3 on that last lap.
Not that far off.
No doubt
about it. I mean, there he is right there. If you got a camera, use it, because both those riders are going to be in the same picture frame. You're going to get them both. You're not going to be able to zoom in or zoom out, get them out of there. They're both in there.
What a shot it would be, as well as Graves hopping and skipping his way through the Thor Sand Sweeper one more time into the Bermuda Triangle. Not one more, but another time there. As Graves got a lot of body language as well. Really expressive with the way he moves that machine around. And that shows me comfort, K-Dub. It just seems like he's grooving with the bike. Seems like he's really got this thing set up.
Yeah, Jackson Vick answered the call last lap with a slightly faster time. Easton Graves says, nah. I'm going to throw down a 57.1 fastest lap of the race. Easton Graves came on lap number 5. 5 laps complete. Easton Graves going to work. He felt just this touch, and I mean just a touch of pressure from Jackson Vick. He threw down a good one.
Hey, K-Dub, real quick. You're Easton Graves. Would you not say his program now, most Super Mini, at this time is when you need to start training under a pro level regiment, because you got these 3 years. You don't want to just train as an amateur and have your dad out there waving. You need to change your program. Is this what these guys are doing? They're preparing for that pro level step on Super Mini.
Well, a lot of these guys have been training really, really hard for many years now. But what happens at 13 to 16 is boys become men, right?
Yeah.
You're starting to go through some things, and that level of testosterone and the will to win and the drive, and this really is the time where you're going to catapult to another level, where they've been just riding for years now in youthfulness, which is an awesome and amazing thing to just enjoy the dirt bike. You start getting into 16 years of age,
going through puberty.
Things are starting to happen, and that drive takes another level, and that is what starts to drive you through.
Is that like I was trying to say? You have to jack up your training program too. You have to start looking forward, like, hey,
yeah, for sure.
There's a shot here for the pros. Let's start training like one.
And you can't discredit. I think a lot of them have been training that way for some years yet. But once there's some certain things that you shouldn't do pre-puberty, like certain weight regimens and working out that could maybe. Slow down growth or diminish development and things like that. You want to take it in time, and the time is now for some of these kids.
Right. So Easton Graves, you might say his program is
top notch.
On point. Top notch.
On point.
Second to none.
Yeah, just like you said, K-Dub, an interesting point. Kind of a lot of these kids very calisthenic-based, a lot of body weight exercises, push-up, pull-ups. But the cardio side of things, they are grinding it out just with the best of them. We know Pace Morgan staying down at the dog pound doing some training. I'm sure a lot of these other riders kind of in their own circles getting to compete and train with top racers in their own right. So, take a look at this, 21. Tough spot to be down at just around the mechanics area.
Tough break for that rider. Good thing he's back up, going to get back up into the fight. That is going to be Jersey St. Croix out there. Tough break for him.
It's a tough spot to fall right by the mechanics there because, you know, now you're hearing yelling while you're picking your bike. Go! And I'm like, I'm trying to, Dad. I'm down.
And not only that, I mean, you could get somebody collected in there, and if they're not paying attention, then next thing you know, there's calamity. So you want to get moving.
Here we go. Elliot Boucher on the 35 on screen right now as he works his way through the 10 Commandments. Nice inside line there for the 35. Currently in third position.
Tough break for
here
the
we
47.
go with Smoke Show. Hand up as he comes to the mechanic here going, what's up, mechanic?
Braxton Bullock, tough break for him. You might say that could be a crank seal. Crank seal on that two-stroke.
I don't know what it is, but I know on that spark plug. Not good.
I mean, dropping some crank oil up in there, a little more oil.
There we go, 31 and the 70.
Look at how late he stood into that corner. I mean, absolutely nailing.
What they got going on has been massage. And believe me, Kevin, that guy over there on the pit board is giving him pro-level signals. He knows pick it up. He knows the pace. There's certain things that you write on that only your rider knows.
Yeah, well, look, Easton Gray's that lap turned to 2:01. We'll see what he does this lap. But what that tells me, speaking to the mechanics there, now he goes across at a 2-minute 0.3. We'll see what Jackson Vick does, 2-minute 0.9. So Easton Gray's coming around through the billboard, and he's going to catch his signal. If we see it on screen, it'll probably be, obviously he doesn't need to know his position, but it's probably going to be a gap, you know, plus this. Is it growing? Is it shrinking?
Is it plus 10
it's
or minus 9 or minus 2?
All about race management. And when you get to that pro level, it's not necessarily, we like to call lap times and is the gap growing or shrinking? And all we can do is call it as we see it. But the mechanics are letting them know, is it growing? Is it shrinking? And then you go to this ultimate level of race management. Doesn't pay any more points or any closer to the championship to win by 20 seconds when you could just make sure you're right in your zone and take this thing home at 10 or whatever gap you got, right?
So you don't want to really exert yourself too much.
Well, it's a long week.
You want to be comfortable.
A week of attrition and a lot of stuff can happen during this week.
5 minutes ago, he's got a 5-second gap. 2 minutes lap time, same as Vic. Don't want that gap to close up any, so they're going to manage it right there. Now, if Vic starts dropping down to a 1.58, you're going to see Easton Graves get the sign.
He'll be able to do the same thing.
And he's going to start dropping that as well. But right now, he's on conserve energy mode, you might say.
Yeah, 2-minute flat for Easton and Vic, and then Boucher and the rest of the top 5. Anderson, Craiglow just a little bit back, turned 204s and 5s respectively. So
yeah,
he's in control of this when the 31 is.
So Easton Graves right now continuing put on a clinic and managing the gap just like you guys said, and he seems very comfortable. We've also seen when he needs to, he whips it back up.
Did you notice him run that corner that you commented on, I think 2 laps ago, Zach? The 31 ran it identical 2 times in a row, and that's what you're really looking for.
Yeah, he is clearly doing. Got to do that rock right on the face there, a little quick dodge there.
Yeah, from the 31. Took him off his strategy through the corner, but quick reaction time as Phantom Rock jumped up in the Bermuda Triangle. And there's so many things that come at you this way on this race course, but certainly in Bermuda Triangle, it can jump up and bite you.
And since we've been talking about all week, not sure what he was wearing yesterday, but a blue boot out front this time.
Okay, well, that's the first set of blue boots.
Well, he wore the red.
But was he in the red?
But there was an altercation. There was some scoring discrepancies.
Yeah, penalty potentially.
He had to pay. So maybe, hey, you know what? Put those things away.
Red all of a sudden became unlucky boots.
Yeah, change those things. Now, the blue, you're probably going to see him wear them the rest of the week. If he wins this one, hands down. So,
well, he certainly won the last one hands down as well. But there was from what we're hearing, we are not the official word, but there may have been a discrepancy on a yellow flag potentially for Easton Graves. So, tough break for him and his other class, but still going back to work and doing what he has to do. And right now, what he has to do is win and take control of it.
Got to put that behind you and get out there and ride what's in front of you. You know, even with that discrepancy, he goes out there and wins the next 2 motos. That's, hey, nothing to snarl about. That is going to be checking some boxes, Zach.
No doubt for sure as we watch. Looks like the rest of, there is the number 35 of Elliott Bowser. So the gap from Jackson Vick back to Bowser is quite a big one. It looks like one rider having some problems there in that corner.
8 seconds.
Yeah, plenty of time here. So Vick at this point kind of stuck in no man's land just a bit.
8 tenths.
Yeah, no, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Back is Vick, 12 seconds back is Boucher, and 14 back is Anderson. So that top 5 there, you look all the way back. The only battle, if we can find it, is Craiglow.
Craiglow and Anderson.
Is really tight on the heels of Anderson, as it looks like our top 3 are pretty solidified if they do not have any mistakes and let the 43rd rider, this treacherous race course, jump up and bite them. Or potentially some lap traffic for the 31.
Well, and that's what I was just about to say. We can see 201 almost flat for Easton Graves. Meanwhile, the backside of the field, we're looking at 248, 240-ish plus. So pretty drastic differences. The white flag now waving. Easton Graves one more time around just needs to manage the risk, manage the variables, and he'll be looking at a gold medal here in Moto 1 of Super Mini 2.
I mean, that gap there, cruise control, 16 seconds. There you have it.
Trip. Probably a big thumbs up drawn on the pit board there. Easton Graves doing exactly what he was hoping to do here today. Jackson Vick still in a very solid spot. And once again, these guys are kind of trading lap times, a 206.9, a 205.4. Vick's been right there. It just seems like if needed, Graves is able to wick it up a little bit and drop down into that sub 2 minute. But he doesn't need to right now, and doing a great job of managing his effort. Take it away, Wes K.
Oh, here we go. Hop, skipping, and jumping through those 10 commandments. The flawless, effortless ride there. The 31, Easton Graves. Just a little bit of dab there. Good form, though, the way he's crouched over the bars. Got the butt back. Balls to the feet. Here he goes now, headed to Storyland. And his story will be told on Friday and Saturday. And it'll probably be a bestseller with this book he's about writing out here this year.
Yeah, I believe this will be a bookend to his little bike career as he'll be moving up.
Hang those things up in the rafters.
The performance like this, yeah, I certainly would. What a ride it has been so far to start this week out. Want to give a shout out there on the, looks like the 20th place spot, Shoma Nagasawa, the Japanese rider, the number 66, been working with Jim Hawley a bunch, and Hawley really excited about, I believe, got a couple of Japanese competitors going to be competing throughout this week. So Nagasawa doing a great job running inside that top 20 here on the final lap. But the final few corners for this rider, Easton Graves aboard the number 31 one more time through the Thorstand sweeper into the Bermuda Triangle, and he will be looking at a Super Mini 2 Moto 1 win. Easton Graves gets the job done here, the 31. Handling business here in the Super Mini class. Jackson Vick.
There you go.
And, oh yeah.
Celebrate. He's letting them know.
Double ones right there. He is pumped up as he should be. What a performance from Graves. Jackson Vick try to take the number 2 spot. Looking just outside here, you see Graves ride it right up to the podium. And does look like Vick will take that second place spot. Elliott Boucher going to try to round out your top 3 here in Super Mini 2. There it is. The 35 gets the job done as the checker flag waves. Sorry. Here at 120. Oh, Wes didn't want to hear it. He shut me down. Hey, shout out Tace Morgan on that Blue Crew machine, working his way up inside the top 10 as well. He was way back early on. So a lot of hero rides in this one, even if it doesn't put him up on the podium. Keeping those overall hopes alive as we get ready to take a look at your Rocky Mountain ATV NC top 10. Easton Graves, Jackson Vick, and Elliott Boucher. 1, 2, 3. Cash Anderson and Maddox Timmerman round out your top 5. Brayton Craiglow, Samuel Hawks, Mateo Thompson, Tace Morgan, and Reed Cohn round out your top 10 in Super Mini 2, 13-16, Moto number 1. As the rest of the field starts to make their way through, we'll give you a look at that Amsoil Rapid Replay. Jackson Vick wicking it up down the start, grabs the early race lead, but Easton Graves got to work early on, and those two started to break away almost immediately. You see Graves, maybe a little chip on the shoulder, headed into competition here today, and he put on a display of dominance, managing about a 6 to 8 second gap for a couple laps, and then decided to wick it up and put about 12.2 seconds between himself and Jackson Vick by the time the checker flag flew. Jackson Vick did a great job as well, keeping himself safe in the number 2 spot and keeping those title hopes well and alive here in 2026. Elliott Bowser, a great job fighting up to that number 3 position. As there you see our riders, the families breaking things down. Easton Graves and Jackson Vick breaking things down with the team. You're going to be doing some celebrating up on the podium here in just a matter of minutes. It's hot, about 1:30 in the afternoon. Taking a look on the thermometer, approaching that 90-degree mark. And as they like to say, it ain't the heat that gets you, it's the humidity. It is hot, it is thick out here. And these riders have put in the work, it pays off. As Easton Graves, he's hopping up and starting to make his way over towards the podium. Mike Burkeen there for give a pat on the back, a congratulations. And we get ready to do some celebrating down at the podium. Everybody's down there. Easton, the family, Triple J got the Scott goggles ready. We're ready to get pumped up on the podium. And certainly deserving of that. Jackson Vick and Elliott Bowser are going to be chatting it up as well. I believe we got Jackie Legs down there. Jackson, we're going to send things down to you standing at the podium.
All right, thank you, Zach. We are ready to hand out a gold medal. Easton Graves getting it done here in this Super Mini 2 13 to 16-year-old division here in Moto number 1. And here we go. There's the man with the plan now. Come on up, our gold medalist, everybody, Easton Graves. Easton, it was a hot one here in Moto number 1, but you were able to get the job done. Take us through it.
Yeah, it was good. I spun out of the gate, and then Jackson and a few other kids were ahead of me, and I knew Jackson was going to be a tough one to pass, and he ended up going outside in the story lane. I got inside of him and shut him down before coming out of it, and then, yeah, put my laps in, and Laney put on the pit board. He went down, so after that, 2-lap card came out, and I just put it on cruise control and was just cruising.
Well, congratulations on the Moto win. How you feel going into Moto 2 and 3? What's the plan?
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm fired up. Yesterday I got docked for jumping on a yellow, but that was yesterday, and today's a new day, and we got back up on top of the box, so we're going to forget about that Moto and go out here and show these boys who the boss is.
There it is. All right, well, I know it takes a ton of people to get up here and get yourself a gold medal. Who you want to thank for helping you out?
My mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, all my friends and family. My niece made it out to her first big event this week, so I'm stoked on that. All my friends and family, Team Husqvarna, Lynx, Bees Moto Lab, Garmin, Fox, Monster Army, Monster Mike, Bell, Scott Goggles, Moto Sandbox, my trainer Rob, my fitness trainer Brandon. It's been endless work down there. Asterix knee braces is Ethica, and everyone else that helps me out. Thank you so much.
Let's hear it for your gold medalist, Easton Graves. And now we will get our silver medalist up to the podium. Come on up, Jackson Vick. And there he is, our second place here in Moto 1 of the Super Mini 2. Throw that silver medal on. Jackson Vick, take us through your Moto, take us through getting second place.
Got off to a really good start. Ended up making a couple mistakes the first lap. Wasn't really prepared the first lap, to be honest. Haven't really gotten any good starts, but finally got one. Yeah, rode pretty good. Found pretty decent lights. Rode smooth, and I went over the bars, which is all good.
Ready to go for Moto 2 and 3?
Yeah.
All right, well, who would you like to thank for getting you up here to this silver medal?
My mom, my dad, Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. Ticket Cycles, Adventure Moto, Rival Inc., Canvas, Mother F Bars, Dunlop, Rob Fox, MX Hire, Jeff Cernick, Canvas, Andrew over at Canvas, Michael at Canvas, 100%, 6D, Mika, ASV, and WTT, my dad, and everyone else that helps me. Thank you so much.
Let's hear it for him. Second place in Moto 1, Jackson Vick. And now we will get our bronze medalist, Elliott Bowser. Come on up. We will get you here front and center. Third place in Moto 1 of the Super Mini 2 division. Hard fought battle out there. Take us through it.
I got off to a pretty good start. Just stayed in third and rode good laps.
Congratulations on the bronze medal. How you feel going into Moto 2 and 3?
I feel pretty good. I feel like my starts are great, and I'm ready to go get after it.
Look forward to seeing you back out there. For now, who you want to thank for helping you get up here?
Jesus Christ keep me safe. My mom, my dad, 100%, FXR, 6D, Dunlop, Gulf States, Blake, my grandparents, everyone else for helping me out. Thanks so much.
There it is. Put your hands together for your bronze medalist, Elliot Bowser. That'll do it for us here for the Super Mini 2 division. We'll throw it back up to you guys in the tower.